Hello everyone, and welcome to my level for troubleshooters. Right now it's just called offices, and I'll give you all the tour. So right now there are 3 rooms, one of which is completely empty, the rest of which have been at least mostly filled. Um, and I'm not quite sure whether I'm going to continue keeping this as an arena shooter or whether I'm going to go ahead and make a full-on level out of this if I have the time. For this, I purchased one set of assets from the marketplace, and that was just called Office. Um, when I post this, I will link to the guy who made it. Um, I've run into a problem where I'm not sure how exactly I want this to be laid out and how I want to go forward from here, um, and what I need to do. Not what I need to do, that's not the right phrasing. More how to do the things that I want to do, and how to get them done in the time frame I have. Uh, First, let's show off what isn't mine. This wall here, this isn't mine. This was made by somebody else, along with the computer and the chair. The table, which has nothing on it, is mine. And I just copy and pasted the assets over and over and over to make this kind of office structure. These walls here are mine, however, I did make those just using simple geometry. Everything that I made was made just using the simple geometry, and nothing I made in Blender or anything, as I do not know how to use those. Over here, this is the other room, and there are 3 tunnels that I'm working on. Right now, the inside is made to look like glass, and I'm trying to build a kind of structure to make it look like towers that have, I don't know if you've ever seen them, but towers that are connected by glass bridges. We have several out where I live, and I really like the idea of them. Unfortunately, they using glass gives weird graphical bugs like that. You can see right there. The farther away you get, the weirder it looks. And I intend to make the rest of these all glass as well, and do that. But this is to give the player a lot of options to move around and run. Since this is effectively still an arena shooter, I wanted to give them lots of different ways to go through and get back and forth between these rooms. And also you can see the lighting. I use a lot of lights to give it as bright a look as possible, to make it look like an actual office, and I gave it a slight yellow tint because every office building I've ever been in uses a slightly yellow tinted light. Also, I created ducting that goes throughout pretty much the entire level, and it's made to just look like actual air ducts that would run through, giving it a kind of industrial feel. That's kind of an architecture style I like, and I wanted to go with. And again, we're back to the second room. So far, this is one of the this room isn't near done, and I'm struggling with how I want it to look. Right now, when we hit play, I have a problem of this door is massive. And I did not make this. This was made by the person I got the office from. Not that I couldn't make a door, it just was something that was included, and I decided to try and use it. Pressing E doesn't work super well, and I have no idea why. But these are what like corner offices would look like for this. And again, you have that same setup. I think I'm so used to making it for third person and for deathmatch type stuff that I may have made this and just not realized it, that it was too big and too tall, but I'm doing the best with what I can right now. Here is a conference room with chairs. The chairs I didn't make, but the table I made. And all this I made. And again, the ducting that runs through everything with the lights. And again, the lights are meant to be up in there, but I don't know how to make a physical light source. I know that there's a way to, I just do not know how. And there's a TV. Again, I didn't make it, but it's there. Couches, and this I didn't make, but I thought they were a nice touch, and again, all came from that same asset package. And then there's a fridge, big old fridge. I made that. You can tell the quality difference. And then this will be another big office space, maybe another conference room, I'm not sure. And that's the problem I'm running into, is I'm not sure what I want to do exactly. I've left these halls open to give the player more space to run around, and the same goes for in these rooms, where you can run back here and you can run down these areas. And the idea is just to give the player areas to hide and shoot from, so that they're not just out in the open constantly. But I did want to leave it open enough to where the player would have to be aware and constantly looking around, so that they're not just in a place where they can easily flank the enemy and not have to worry about anything. So I've shown you all of that, and now we go over here. So I'm going to use Matinee to create an elevator that goes up and down. I'm going to try and see if I can get the elevator and use the flip-flop command in Blueprint to get it to go up and down and not have to worry about it being automated. So the reason this is here is to kind of act like, oh, hey, this is where the counterweight of the elevator is, but in fact it's actually going to be where the door to the elevator is and where it's going to slide in and out from. And then if we go up to the second floor over here, which is completely unlit, and I'll go ahead and show that off. So, completely unlit. It has the same thing here. Again, to help give it that kind of, oh, this is the counterweight area, but no, it's just where the door hides. So that's that. Again, I'm struggling to determine whether I want to continue with what I initially set out with. I think I may have gone a bit too advanced for what I'm honestly capable of, but it's what I turned in and what I said I was going to do, and I'm going to stick with it and do my best that I can, and get as much of it done as I possibly can. And this room up here is actually going to be the room where you end. As for the place where you make weapons using the 3D printer, I haven't decided that. I need to build more areas off of this, at least 2 or 3 more. I'm running into problems where my computer isn't wanting to run this much all the time with the lighting. Specifically with this was all copy and pasted and moved over, and I made the lighting and all that. So it's a little overwhelming for the system and machine to use. But besides that, that's everything that I have right now. I wanted more by this point, but I've really been struggling with certain things and how I wanted to get things done. And I'm going to need to work on that. So that's everything. Have a wonderful day, and bye-bye.